Go, hey, lil' mama, I could transform ya. No, I can't dance, but I could dance on ya. Swiss on the beat, Chris, move your feet. And baby, I could transform you, him to a me. I could change your life, make it so new. Make you never wanna go back to the old you. So rock and lime, give it a little time. And she gon' transform like Optimus Prime.
Need a ride, I can range you up. Money, I can change you up. You can.
Hi guys, this is Miss Pinklets, and I know I've been MIA for a little bit, and I'll be sure to explain in another video what I've been up to. I want to say thanks to my subscribers for staying subscribed, as well as to the new subscribers that I've received. My next giveaway will be at my 300 subscriber mark. Alright ladies, today's video is about my foundation and highlight and contour routine. Since my highlight and contour is actually involved in my foundation, it's kind of going to be all in one. Now you can use your normal highlighting and contouring powder to follow along. However, in my case, I'm using 3 foundations. They are loose foundations, matte texture from Pink Stiletto Cosmetics. I have a Pink Stiletto 108. For the record, that's my normal shade. Then I have a Pink Stiletto 106, which is way lighter than my skin tone, and a Pink Stiletto 110, which is way darker. I'm going to use these in combination to create the highlight and contour effect, but in a more natural manner. So we're going to use a eyeshadow shading brush. This is really fluffy. You can use any brush that works for you, but I definitely should be fluffy. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Pink Stiletto 106. Now I'm going to look a little crazy, ladies. I'm going to start patting here with my 106. And if you see, it actually goes on like a cream. And what I'm doing is I'm going under my eye completely, and then I'm drawing it down. This way. So I'm not going all the way onto my cheek. Looks like a little, like a half of a t-shirt, I like to say. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. And I'm just patting. So I pick up the powder and I pat. And then I just go again. And this is just to avoid fallout and to make sure it's exactly where I need it to be. Okay. Go under my eyes again. Down to my little block shape. And I'm going to go all the way around. So this is actually what it should look like when it's properly done. I know, it looks crazy. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my the same shade and I'm gonna go down the middle of my nose. Okay, like such. Stop there. Then I'm actually going to draw some lines here. A shorter line, a longer line, a longer line, and a longer line. So now I have that taken care of. I'm going to go here and put that there. Then I'm actually going to go where I'm going to put my contour right below it. With my lighter shade. So when I'm done, I kind of look like I'm putting on some war paint. Okay, so that takes care of my highlighting portion. You can go as dramatic as you want because it'll all be blending in. And yes, you can do this with liquid if you have it, but you have to be careful not to over blend it. Okay, so now that part is done. I'm going to move on to my next shade. This is going to be the Pink Stiletto 110. Same brush. I'm going to sweep it like such. And you can see that the shade is not my shade, but it's deeper. Okay, so I'm going around that area. Then I'm going to make some little hash marks, I like to call them, around the top of my head. And then I'm going to actually switch brushes for 1 second. And this is just a pencil brush from Sigma. And I'm going to go down my nose. I'm not blending this one in here, so that way you can see exactly where I'm going. See that? And then around in a loop, believe it or not, around the nose. Then I'm going to take the same line and draw it up until it almost meets my eyebrow. There you are. Now, if I wanted to do all the way down, I could go onto my neck, but I'm going to skip that portion. Okay, now go back into the lighter shade. And I'm going to move it here. A little dab right there. And that's normally where you would also put your eyeshadow, so we'll just go over it to emphasize it later. Okay, so now I have my more paint on, and where do we go from here? Okay, so I have this Kabuki brush, and you can get this, I think, for $5 on e.l.f. Cosmetics, so eyeslipsface.com. $5 is the face Kabuki brush, not the body one. I'm going to take some of the Pink Stiletto 108 onto my brush. That's my correct shade. And I'm using this pretty much as a neutralizer to help blend in the rest of the colors. So I just pretty much start anywhere. And I press firmly because though this is powder, it is a really good wear powder. So it, you know, it can take some blendings to get it looking good. So if you're watching and you can see that it's already happened, you can already notice the highlighting, the contouring, everything's blending in. And pick up a little more 108 so I don't look the wrong color. And I'm gonna buff those hash marks that I made. Okay, so as you can see, if I go into the light, you can see the difference. I mean, I can see it. And then what I do is, depending on where I'm going, if I'm gonna do a photo shoot, I would leave it this intense, but I'm gonna go over my whole face now with 108. It just helps set everything. Voila. And if you could tell, it already looks more natural. Okay, so that is my highlight and contour routine. Normally, if I have a really bad blemish or something like that, because you know, I know that there are people with skin discolorations or blemishes, there are two things I could use. This is a relatively new product. It hasn't even launched on the website, but I'll give you an idea. One is a neutralizer concealer, and then one is for zits or for redness, and these are by Pink Stiletto as well. This is the neutralizer, and this one you would use over acne bumps and also any sort of redness. So, and those are creamy, very creamy consistency, and I would use those. Since I didn't have anything that was really standing out, I'm okay the way that I am. I'm gonna buff a little bit right here. And then from this process, I would go ahead and start my eyeshadow and blush routine, etc. For this particular moment, I'm going to use one of my favorite blushes by Pink Stiletto called Sunkissed Blush. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. So, and I'm using a stippler brush. Just bring it in right there on my cheeks, right above where I contoured. So now it's going to take less work for me to get that same effect because I've already contoured with my foundation. So then I could just kind of diffuse it a little bit, and then I'll go over it with a little kabuki so it's not so intense. And there you go. And like, if you really didn't want to put any other makeup on, you can pretty much go for a very ultra neutral look. You have the blush, I have the highlighted brow, and I also have already concealed my brows, so I could go out like this. I would like to continue and, you know, put on my eyeshadow, etc. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this gives you some better insight on how to highlight and contour without being overly dramatic. Once again, the products used were Pink Stiletto Matte Foundation in 106, 108, and 110. You can do the same thing with a foundation, liquid foundation, if you go 2 shades lighter and 2 shades darker. Or you can use your regular standard highlighting and contouring powders, so long as they're matte, to get the same effect. If you use a shimmer, it's not going to come out the same way. Alright ladies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.